the heart of America's obsession with the supernatural, one name sends chills down the spine: Annabelle. Not just a doll, but a vessel of terror, locked away in a glass case in Connecticut, surrounded by warnings and holy water. For decades, this Raggedy Ann doll has haunted our nightmares, inspiring Hollywood blockbusters like The Conjuring. But in 2025, the line between movie magic and real-world horror blurred as the Annabelle Doll Curse came roaring back. This is the story of a year that shook the nation, leaving death, mystery, and fear in its wake. Buckle up, because this tale is anything but child's play. Let's rewind to the 1970s, Hartford, Connecticut. A young nurse gets a birthday gift from her mom, a charming Raggedy Ann doll. She places it in her apartment, shared with a roommate, thinking nothing of it. But soon, things get weird. The doll starts moving. One day it's on the couch, the next it's in a bedroom. Parchment notes appear out of nowhere, scrawled with desperate pleas. "Help me, help us." No parchment paper in the house, mind you. Then the unthinkable, the doll seems to bleed. Pause, the nurses, freaked out, call a medium. The medium claims a 7-year-old girl's spirit, Annabelle Higgins, lives inside the doll, just looking for a friend. Sounds sweet, right? Wrong. Enter Ed and Lorraine Warren, America's most famous paranormal investigators. You know them from the movies, but this was real life. They investigate and drop a bombshell. There's no little girl in that doll. It's a demonic entity using the toy as a gateway to possess a human soul. The Warrens don't mess around. They take Annabelle, seal her in a glass case soaked with holy water, and carve 3 crosses into it. A sign on the case screams, "Positively do not open." Even getting her to their occult museum in Monroe, Connecticut, was a nightmare. Brakes failing, car swerving, until Ed doused her with more holy water. Safe at last, or so they thought. Over the years, Annabelle's curse claimed lives. A priest who mocked her saw her face in his rearview mirror before a fatal car crash. A cocky museum visitor tapped her case, laughed at the legend, and died in a motorcycle accident hours later, his girlfriend swearing they'd been talking about Annabelle right before the wreck. The doll stayed locked up, a relic of dread, as the Warrens warned, never let her out. Fast forward to 2025. America's hooked on paranormal tourism, ghost tour, haunted houses, you name it. The New England Society for Psychic Research, founded by the Warrens, decides to cash in. They launch the Devil S on the Run tour, taking Annabelle across the country for fans to see her up close. Leading the charge is Dan Rivera, a 54-year-old Army vet, husband, father of 4, and the Society's chief investigator. Dan's a pro, tough but kind, always cracking jokes to lighten the mood. He handles Annabelle with care, making sure her holy water-stained case stays secure, reminding folks, don't mock the supernatural, the tour's a hit. Sold-out shows from coast to coast. But in July 2025, it rolls into Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a town already dripping with Civil War ghosts. For 3 days, July 11 to 13, crowds pack venues to see Annabelle, hanging on Dan's every word as he shares her chilling history. He wraps the final night in high spirits, locks the doll away, and heads to his hotel. Everything seems fine, until it isn't. July 14 morning. Hotel staff find Dan Rivera dead in his room. No signs of foul play, no drugs, no violence. Pennsylvania State Police call it nothing suspicious, but the autopsy's pending and the internet loses its mind. Why? Because Annabelle was reportedly missing from where she'd been secured overnight. Stolen, misplaced, or something worse. The Society recovers her quickly, but the damage is done. Social media explodes. The curse is real, one post screams, racking up thousands of likes. Annabelle got Dan, another claims. People share eerie stories. I skipped the tour because of a bad feeling. Now I know why. Dan's friends fight back. Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters takes to X. Stop tying Dan's death to that doll. He was a hero, a family man. Let him rest. The Society vows to keep the tour going, saying it's what Dan would have wanted. But the curse talk only grows louder. Then things get weirder. On July 16, a fire breaks out at a venue tied to the tour. Some say it was where Annabelle was displayed. No proof, but the timing, suspicious. Rumors of a prison break nearby spark wild theories about demonic interference.
The official statement confirms the Annabelle doll is back at the museum.
I am relieved, but I'm also a little skeptical.
July 17, a viral rumor hits. Annabelle's gone missing again, this time during a supposed stop in Louisiana. X lights up with panic. They lost the Annabelle doll, I'm outta here. In White Castle, Louisiana, a fire at the historic Nottoway plantation fuels the frenzy. Locals whisper, "It's the doll." Posts flood in. Where is Annabelle now? Is she loose? Thankfully, it's debunked fast. Video shows Annabelle back in her glass case at the Occult Museum. Crazy internet rumors, the Society says. She's home. The Nottoway fire. Just a coincidence, officials insist. But the scare shows how deep Annabelle's grip is on America's psyche. By August, the story takes a new turn. Comedian Matt Rife, the TikTok famous funny guy, buys the Warrens' home and museum, becoming Annabelle's new guardian alongside YouTuber Elton Casti. They plan to open the place for overnight stays, bigger tour, the works. Experience the haunted history, Rife teases, but he's serious about the warnings. Lock her away, never take her out. Fans are thrilled, skeptics warn he's playing with fire. After 2025's chaos, who can blame them? As September 2025 rolls on, Annabelle's back in her case, but her legend's bigger than ever. Podcasts dissect Dan's death. True crime buffs debate the curse. Horror fans flock to anything Annabelle related. Skeptics call it all hype, coincidences blown out of proportion. Believers point to the body count, the priest, the biker, now Dan. Even Dan, in one of his last interviews, laughed it off. We've got holy water and faith, what could go wrong? Tragic irony, America loves its ghost stories, Salem witches, Area 51, you name it. But Annabelle, she's in a league of her own, a doll that's more than a doll, a curse that's more than a myth. In 2025, she reminded us, some doors once opened don't close easily. So next time you're near a Raggedy Ann doll, maybe don't laugh. You never know who or what might be watching.